a Detroiter being in Chicago, living in Chicago, I would love to personally see a Detroit Tigers and a Chicago Cubs World Series. I know nobody has really thought of this, but it's a huge possibility right now because the Tigers are the first team to 50 wins. They're also first in the American League. And then the Cubs, they're second in the National League. They're only behind the Dodgers, but the Cubs have also been on a tear. Both of these teams have been playing really good. And I really do think it's a huge possibility we could see a Cubs-Tigers World Series. Now, I know, look, before people start talking about the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Mets and the Red Sox, I know, man, look, it's a lot of teams out there that are talented and that are still very good. And obviously, we haven't even reached the All-Star break yet. So it's a long shot. I understand that part of it. But I'm just saying, with the Tigers, I would more so want to see the Tigers get to the World Series. Although I live in Chicago, more so than I want to see the Cubs get to the World Series. Because the Cubs was there in 2016. And when you think about 2016, yeah, it was a decade. But the Tigers, they went in 2012 and lost. So they didn't even get to celebrate. They win 2012. That was the last appearance. The last win was 86 for the Tigers. So it's been a long, long, long line of I want to get back. I want to win once we get back. And this to me would be the deal where I'm like, all right, let's see. Let's get the Tigers back there. And if it happens, I would love to see the Cubs get back there too. However, it's not going to be easy. For me, I think the Tigers are just a few things away. One of the things that I really think the Tigers would benefit from right now is some consistency within the pitching. Now, obviously, we know Dietrich Enns and Schoolboy are amazing. But in most recent times, we've seen some tragedies from one of the pitchers, and he's been getting a lot of flack, man. A lot of people have been on this dude's head, man. Jack Flaherty, they've been on his head. And I think the whole Flaherty situation, yes, he has been bad, but I think it's a slump. I think he'll pick it up and he'll get better and better as the season comes to an end, and hopefully as the playoffs come around so he can really help us propel and get to the World Series. That's what I would hope for, but I know he was bad, man. But sometimes in these situations where we have one standout who's just not really performing well, you got to look at the good side because Schoolboy's still been playing amazing. You got Enns, he's been playing amazing too. In this game today against the A's, he allowed 0 runs, only 3 hits. Like, he's been good. So sometimes you just got to take the little bad and just kind of pile it into the good. It's going to be okay. And I think, down the line, maybe he'll get better. You still got Green. He's been playing great. Spencer Torkelson, he's been playing great as well. Both of these guys are top 10 when it comes to hitting and home runs right now. So it's a big bright side for the Tigers. And, it's not going to be easy, but I do think this is a jump they can make. Last year, they surprised a lot of people because nobody even knew who the hell they had on their team. But yet they still somehow, made it to the postseason, and it didn't really go as far as they thought. But me as a Tigers fan, it did shock us in terms of like, wow, they're even in the playoffs? All right. Oh, they won a game. All right. Like, it did give us a little shock. At least me personally, it gave me a little shock seeing the Tigers last year. But now they have certified talent, and people are beginning to even play better. Like, Javi's been on a tear. He's been playing great. I'm super happy to see him play great again. A lot of people thought he was finished. But I'm just happy to see that the Tigers are actually on the right track. So I think this could be the year that we see the Tigers possibly, if not a World Series, of course, we could see them go back to the playoffs and just have a good playoffs run. Above all, that's what we want. Now, me saying Tigers Cubs World Series has to happen. Ideally, I would love for that to happen, but that's just me and my selfish ways of, being a Tigers fan and living out in Chicago. So that's just me. But I would love to see a Tigers Cubs World Series. And Cubs, they've been great too, but there's some tweaks they need to make in order to actually go on a deep playoff run and make something happen. They're second right now in their conference, but it's still a lot of competition over there as well. And same for the Tigers. I'm not going to disregard everybody else who's solid in the American League right now as well. And I know Astros is there. You got a couple of different teams, and we haven't reached the All-Star break. So I don't want to get too excited, but I just want to drop the bug in your ear, let you know that Tigers Cubs World Series is possible. And it might happen.